Welcome back to Coins Tool. Today, we've got a truly amazing story for you. The tale of a seemingly ordinary penny from 1976 that's worth an unbelievable $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny worth nearly $2 million. So what makes this coin so special? Stick around to find out as we dive into the intriguing history, unique features, and the skyrocketing market value of the 1976 Mink Mark Lincoln penny. Before we get into the details, let's talk a little bit about the basics of this coin. The 1976 Lincoln penny, commonly known to collectors as the Mink Mark penny, has captured the attention of numismatists worldwide. It's not just any 1976 penny, though. The Mink Mark variation is incredibly rare and valuable, thanks to a unique minting error. First, let's roll back the clock a bit and talk about the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to feature a U.S. president. Over the years, the design has seen some changes, particularly on the reverse side, but the obverse, featuring Lincoln's portrait, has remained largely unchanged. In 1959, the wheat ears design on the reverse was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial design to mark the 150th anniversary of his birth. So, by 1976, the Lincoln Memorial penny was a staple of American currency. However, this particular year saw something quite unusual: the Mink Mark error. Now, what exactly is a Mink Mark? Well, this is where things get really interesting. Marks are small letters on a coin that indicate where it was minted. For example, D stands for the Denver Mint, S for San Francisco, and so on. In the case of the 1976 Lincoln penny, there should be no mint mark if it was made in Philadelphia, which is where things get peculiar. The Mink Mark error is a fascinating anomaly. It's a term coined by collectors because the penny features an accidental M mark instead of the standard P or no mark at all for Philadelphia minted coins. The letter M doesn't correspond to any known mint, hence why it's called the Mink Mark. This kind of minting error is exceedingly rare and has baffled numismatists for years. So how did this happen? Was it a simple mistake or something more deliberate? Well, no one knows for sure. Some experts believe that a rogue mint employee might have created the M mint mark as a prank or to create a unique coin, while others suggest it might have been an accidental result of a worn-out die or a foreign object stuck in the minting press. During the minting process, coins are struck with great force using engraved dies to transfer the design. If the dies are not aligned correctly or are damaged, this can result in an error coin. Most errors are caught during quality control, but some slip through the cracks and make it into circulation. In the case of the Mink Mark penny, it's unclear how many might have been produced, but only a few have been confirmed, making them extremely valuable. Let's talk about rarity for a moment. The value of any coin is greatly influenced by its rarity, condition, and historical significance. The 1976 Mink Mark penny checks all these boxes. It's one of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever discovered. And because so few have been found, even those in less than perfect condition can fetch high prices. Now, you're probably wondering, how much is one of these pennies actually worth? Well, hold on to your hats, because you're about to be blown away. Recently, one of these Mink Mark pennies sold at auction for an astounding $1.9 million. Yes, a penny selling for nearly $2 million. This was due to its near-mint condition and the fact that it's one of the very few Mink Mark pennies known to exist. The auction created a buzz in the coin collecting world, with many enthusiasts and investors eager to learn more about this peculiar coin. The 1976 Mink Mark Lincoln penny is a prime example of how even modern coins can become highly valuable due to minting errors. Because it's so rare and carries such a unique story, it attracts a lot of attention from collectors. We believe there might be more out there, but until they surface, these few known specimens will continue to command extraordinary prices. So what does this mean for you? Could you have a fortune hiding in your coin jar? While the chances are slim, it's not impossible. The mink mark penny is a reminder that even the most ordinary-looking coins can have extraordinary value. Always keep an eye out for errors and unusual features on your coins. Many collectors and enthusiasts are now on the hunt for their own 1976 mink mark pennies, searching through rolls of coins, old collections, and even pocket change. Remember, though, that authenticating a coin like this requires expert verification, so if you think you've found one, consult a professional. So, there you have it, the story of a simple 1976 penny that's worth $1.9 million today. It just goes to show that history, rarity, and a bit of mystery can make even the most common objects incredibly valuable. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the world of coins and collectibles. We're diving deep into a coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm, the 1977 Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could a regular old penny be worth $1.8 million? Well, buckle up, because by the end of this video, you might just find yourself digging through your pocket change. Asterisk first, let's talk about the history of the 1977 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln Memorial penny, has been in circulation since 1909, originally created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This coin replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a significant shift in American coinage. Asterisk, the design of the Lincoln penny has remained largely the same since its inception. However, it did undergo a significant redesign in 1959 when the reverse was changed from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial. The 1977 penny falls into this category, featuring the familiar bust of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Asterisk, but what makes the 1977 Lincoln penny so special? It's time to dive deeper into what makes certain 1977 pennies stand out, and why one of them could be worth a staggering $1.8 million. Asterisk now, the 1977 penny isn't rare in terms of its general production. In fact, billions were minted that year. So what could make a single penny so valuable? It comes down to errors, unique characteristics, and the intriguing world of coin collecting. Asterisk coins with mint errors are highly sought after by collectors. Errors can occur in many forms, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or incorrect metal compositions. The 1977 Lincoln penny in question is believed to have a mint error or a unique mint mark anomaly, which significantly increases its value. Asterisk, the $1 million penny could also be linked to what's known as a mink mark, a misinterpretation or a typographical error in some listings. However, there is an interesting discussion around certain mint mark errors from the San Francisco Mint or anomalies in the coin striking. These unique characteristics could make a coin incredibly rare and desirable. Asterisk, so, how did a 1977 Lincoln penny reach an unbelievable value of $1.8 million? The story revolves around an auction and an intense bidding war between collectors who saw something unique in the coin that might have gone unnoticed by others. Asterisk, in some high-profile auctions, rare coins can fetch extraordinary prices. Collectors often look for coins in mint state condition, meaning they are uncirculated and free of wear. If a coin also has a rare error or a unique mint mark, it becomes a prime target for intense competition among bidders. This particular 1977 penny was said to have a unique feature that wasn't widely known, a special error or anomaly. Asterisk, the rarity and condition of the coin, combined with its unique characteristics, drove the price up to an astonishing $1.8 million. This serves as a reminder that in the world of coin collecting, rarity and desirability are key factors in determining a coin's value. Asterisk alright. So you're probably wondering how you can spot a valuable 1977 penny. Here are a few tips that might help you find a hidden treasure among your pocket change. Asterisk look for coins that are in mint or near mint condition. The less wear and tear, the better. Examine the coin closely for any visible errors. These could include doubling of the letters or numbers, known as a double die, off-center strikes, or any unusual marks. The mint mark, usually located under the date on the obverse side of the coin, can sometimes have anomalies or unique characteristics. If you believe you have a valuable coin, consider sending it to a professional coin grading service. They can authenticate and grade the coin, which could significantly impact its market value. Asterisk remember, finding a valuable coin isn't just about luck. It's about knowing what to look for, and sometimes a little bit of knowledge can go a long way. Asterisk so, what is the current market value of a 1977 Lincoln penny? Most 1977 pennies are worth their face value, just 1 cent. However, pennies in mint condition or those with unique features can fetch higher prices. A typical mint state 1977 penny could be valued between $1 and $10. Asterisk coins with known mint errors or unique features could be worth significantly more, ranging from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and condition. However, it's important to note that the $1 million 1977 penny is an extraordinary case, and not the standard for all pennies from that year. Asterisk so, don't expect every 1977 penny to be worth a fortune, but keep an eye out. You never know what you might find. Asterisk in conclusion, the story of the 1977 Lincoln penny that sold for $1.8 million is a testament to the exciting and unpredictable world of coin collecting. It shows that even the most ordinary-looking coins can have extraordinary stories and value. So next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. It might just be more valuable than you think. Asterisk thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and hidden treasures in your change, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin, and share your story. Who knows, your next penny could be $1 million find. Asterisk. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically the 1979 Lincoln penny that has taken the coin collecting community by storm. We'll uncover its history, its unique features, and why this particular penny could be worth up to $1.7 million. So, if you have a jar full of pennies lying around, you might want to take a closer look. Let's get started. First, let's take a brief look at the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, or penny, has been in circulation since 1909, created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president on its obverse, setting a precedent for future coin designs. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has seen several changes, including design alterations and compositional shifts. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse featured 2 wheat stalks, commonly referred to as the wheat penny. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which stayed until 2008. But what makes the 1979 Lincoln penny so special? It wasn't a year known for design changes or major mint errors, yet certain 1979 pennies have gained an almost mythical status among collectors. To understand why, we need to dive into what makes these specific pennies unique. One of the intriguing aspects of the 1979 penny is the so-called mink mark. Now, you might be wondering, what on earth is a mink mark? This term is actually a mispronunciation or typo. What we're really discussing is the mint mark. However, let's clear up any confusion. There is no mint mark in the traditional sense. The term mint mark refers to the small letter under the date on a coin, which identifies where the coin was produced. For Lincoln pennies in 1979, you would typically find either a D for the Denver Mint or an S for the San Francisco Mint. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. But the mint mark we're talking about today is the infamous 1979 S Type 1 and Type 2 proof coins. The difference between these two lies in the appearance of the S mint mark. The Type 1 has a blobby S, while the Type 2 features a much clearer and more defined S. This seemingly small difference has created a huge value gap between the two. The Type 2 S mint mark was a result of new minting technology and was only used late in the production run. This makes the 1979 S Type 2 pennies much rarer than their Type 1 counterparts. So, why could a 1979 Lincoln penny be worth up to $1.7 million? The high value comes down to rarity, condition, and market demand. The most sought-after 1979 pennies are those that were minted as proof coins with the Type 2 mint mark. Proof coins are special because they are struck multiple times on highly polished planchets, resulting in a coin with a mirror-like finish and exceptional detail. In 1979, the U.S. Mint made a change in their proof coin production, creating a distinct S mint mark that appears on the Type 2 coins. Only a small number of these proof coins have survived in perfect condition, known as PR70 Deep Cameo by grading services like PCGS and NGC. A PR70 Deep Cameo coin is flawless, with no scratches, marks, or blemishes visible even under magnification. These coins are incredibly rare and are considered the ultimate prize for collectors. In 2019, one of these coins was sold for an astonishing $1.7 million at auction, due to its pristine condition and the high demand for rare proof coins. Now, let's talk about how you can determine if you have a valuable 1979 penny. First, check the mint mark. If you find a 1979 S penny, it's time to take a closer look. You'll need to examine the S under the date with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. If the S appears clear and defined, you might have a Type 2 proof coin. But here's the catch. Even if you have a Type 2 proof coin, its value heavily depends on its condition. Only coins that are graded PR70 by professional grading services reach the top-tier value. Coins that are slightly less perfect, such as PR69, can still be worth thousands but won't fetch the same high price. It's also worth noting that most pennies in circulation are regular strikes and will not have the same value as proof coins. However, always keep an eye out for any unusual features or mint errors, as these can also increase a coin's value. So, what is the current market value of a 1979 Lincoln penny with a Type 2 proof mint mark? As of now, a PR70 Deep Cameo 1979 S Type 2 penny can be worth anywhere from $10,000 to $1.7 million, depending on market demand and the specifics of the coin. Coins graded PR69 might sell for a few hundred to a few $1,000s. If you think you have a valuable coin, it's best to get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Grading not only authenticates your coin, but also provides a reliable assessment of its condition and value, which is essential for selling or insuring your coin. When it comes to selling, there are a few options. You can list the coin on auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions, visit a coin dealer, or sell directly to collectors. Each option has its pros and cons, so choose the one that best suits your needs. In conclusion, the 1979 Lincoln penny, specifically the Type 2 proof coin with a clear S mint mark, is a valuable find for any collector. While it's unlikely to come across a $1.7 million penny casually, understanding what makes certain coins rare and valuable is key to any successful coin collection. Always remember to handle your coins carefully, Store them in a safe and dry environment, and do your research before buying or selling. The world of coin collecting is as much about history and passion as it is about financial value. We're diving into a coin that's truly one of a kind, a coin that has collectors around the globe buzzing with excitement. And believe it or not, it's a penny, but not just any penny. This is the 1983 Lincoln penny, and it could be worth up to $1.6 million. That's right, a single cent that could change your life. Before we get into what makes this particular penny so valuable, let's take a quick trip down memory lane to understand the Lincoln penny itself. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent has been a staple in American currency for over a century. The original Lincoln cent was made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This composition stayed pretty consistent until the early 1980s. But in 1982, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint decided to switch to a zinc core with a thin copper plating. This change is where our story begins. The 1983 Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin for several reasons. For starters, it was one of the first full years where pennies were produced using the new copper-coated zinc composition. So why is a seemingly ordinary penny from 1983 suddenly making headlines and fetching sky-high prices at auctions? Well, it all comes down to a few rare error coins that were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet, the blank metal disc used to produce coins. The minting error that created $1 million penny asterisk during the transition in 1982 and 1983, a very small number of pennies were accidentally struck on the older 95% copper planchets instead of the new copper-coated zinc planchets. These error coins were released into circulation unnoticed, and only a handful of them have been discovered since then. Here's where it gets interesting. The standard copper-coated zinc penny weighs about 2.5 grams, while the copper pennies weigh about 3.1 grams. So, if you happen to have a 1983 penny that weighs around 3.1 grams, you might be holding onto one of these incredibly rare error coins. But why would a penny struck on a copper planchet be worth up to $1.6 million? It all comes down to rarity and demand. There are only a few known examples of these error coins, and they're considered one of the holy grails for Lincoln penny collectors. In fact, one of these rare pennies was sold at auction for a whopping $1.6 million. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that are not only rare, but also have a unique story behind them. And the 1983 Lincoln penny error coin certainly fits that bill. So how can you tell if you have a 1983 Lincoln penny error coin? Here are a few steps to check. Make sure your penny is from 1983. This is crucial because that's the year the error occurred. Use a precise digital scale to weigh the penny. If it weighs around 3.1 grams, you might have something special. Look for any signs of damage or where that might affect its value. Coins in mint condition are worth the most. If you think you've found a 1983 copper penny, it's best to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Authenticating and grading your coin can confirm its value and help you understand just how rare your find might be. As of now, a verified 1983 copper penny can fetch anywhere from several $1,000s to over $1 million, depending on its condition and the demand at auction. The market for rare coins has been incredibly strong, especially with collectors looking for unique and historical pieces. And with the ongoing interest in error coins and unique collectibles, the value of these 1983 pennies could continue to rise. It just goes to show that sometimes a little change can go a long way, literally. So, there you have it. The story of the 1983 Lincoln penny that's worth more than its weight in gold. If you have some old pennies lying around, it might be time to dig them out and take a closer look. Who knows? You might just find a fortune hidden in your change jar. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss a treasure hunt with us. And let us know in the comments, do you have any rare coins in your collection? We'd love to hear your stories. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting with a special focus on a penny that has taken the numismatic world by storm, the 1990 no mint mark. Lincoln said, believe it or not, this humble penny could be worth as much as $60,000. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's get started. The Lincoln cent, or penny, has been a staple of American currency for over a century. But did you know that some pennies are worth more than their weight in gold? Today, we're zooming in on the rare and elusive 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny. This coin is not just a piece of loose change. It's a prized collectible worth a small fortune. Before we dive into what makes the 1990 no mint mark penny so special, let's talk a little bit about the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became the first U.S. currency to feature a historical figure. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has seen several design changes. From the wheat penny of 1909 to 1958, to the memorial reverse starting in 1959, and more recent designs, each variant tells a story of its time. But among all these, the 1990 Lincoln cent with no mint mark is one of the most intriguing. So what exactly is a no mint mark Lincoln penny? In the world of coin collecting, a mint mark is a small letter on the coin that indicates where it was made. For example, D stands for the Denver Mint, and S represents the San Francisco Mint. Usually, pennies minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark. But here's where things get interesting. In 1990, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln cents at their Philadelphia facility, as they do every year. However, a very small number of these pennies were mistakenly minted without the S mint mark when they were supposed to be struck in San Francisco. These error coins are incredibly rare because they slipped past quality control unnoticed and were released into general circulation. Now, you might be wondering, why is this particular error worth so much money? The answer lies in its rarity. Numismatists, or coin collectors, value coins based on their rarity, condition, and historical significance. The 1990 no mint mark penny is a prime example of a rare error that should never have happened, making it highly sought after. As of now, these pennies can fetch up to $60,000 or even more, depending on their condition. A pristine, uncirculated example sold for nearly $60,000 at auction. That's a significant return for a penny that was never meant to be rare. So how can you tell if you have one of these valuable pennies in your collection? Here's what you need to look for. First, make sure the coin is from 1990. Check the obverse, or heads, side of the coin where Abraham Lincoln's portrait is displayed. Next, look closely at the area just below the date. If your penny was minted in San Francisco, but has no mint mark where an S should be, you might have a rare find. Finally, consider the coin's condition. Uncirculated or mint state coins, which have never been used in everyday transactions, are the most valuable. But even circulated ones could still be worth a significant amount. If you think you have one, it's best to get it authenticated by a professional grading service. They can certify its authenticity and condition, which is crucial if you're planning to sell it. Now, let's talk about the current market value. As we mentioned earlier, a 1990 no mint mark penny in mint condition can be worth up to $60,000, but prices vary. In lower conditions, these coins can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The value can fluctuate based on demand and the coin's grade, so it's important to keep an eye on the market. If you're looking to sell one, there are a few options. You could auction it through a reputable auction house or sell it on an online marketplace dedicated to coin collectors. Just make sure to get a professional appraisal first to ensure you get the best price. There you have it, folks. The 1990 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny is a prime example of how something seemingly insignificant can hold great value. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, keep an eye out. You might just have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest content. And if you have any rare coins or collectibles you'd like us to cover, drop a comment below. Until next time, happy hunting. We're diving deep into a fascinating topic, the 1991 Lincoln penny, specifically the Mint Mark 1 cent variety. Could a coin that seems so ordinary be worth a whopping $55,000? Stick around, and we'll explore the history, rarity, and value of this intriguing piece. Let's get started. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design has undergone several changes over the years, but the obverse, featuring the iconic portrait of Lincoln, has remained largely the same. In 1991, the U.S. Mint produced over 5.1 billion Lincoln pennies across 3 mints: Philadelphia, which doesn't carry a mint mark, Denver, with a D mint mark, and San Francisco, which produced proof coins with an S mint mark. But what makes the 1991 Lincoln penny so special? It's all about the Mint Mark variation, which, at first glance, might seem like a simple typo, but could actually be referring to a rare mint error or a mysterious mint mark variety that has captivated collectors. Now, let's clarify something right off the bat. The term Mint Mark appears to be a playful or perhaps mistaken reference to the actual mint mark. The confusion might arise from a common mispronunciation or a humorous take within the coin collecting community. What we're really looking at is the 1991 Lincoln penny with peculiar characteristics. Errors or variations in mint marks can significantly increase a coin's value. These errors occur when there is a mistake during the minting process, resulting in a unique coin. Sometimes these errors are barely noticeable, like a slight misalignment of the strike, while other times they are more dramatic, such as double dies or repunched mint marks. In the case of the 1991 penny, there have been reports of certain coins that feature an unusual mint mark or an anomaly on the mint mark that sets them apart. Could this be a misstruck D or S? Or perhaps an entirely unique minting error that makes these coins incredibly valuable? So, how does a 1991 Lincoln penny become worth $55,000? The value of a coin is determined by a few key factors: rarity, demand, and condition. If a coin is a one-of-a-kind or a part of a very limited mintage due to an error or unique feature, its rarity skyrockets. The supposed 1991 Mint Mark penny is believed to be one such rarity. The more collectors are interested in a particular coin, the more valuable it becomes. A coin with a documented error or unusual characteristic becomes a must-have item for serious collectors. This is often one of the most crucial factors. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. If a 1991 Lincoln penny with the mysterious mint mark is found in mint condition, it could fetch an extraordinary price at auction. In fact, there have been records of high-grade mint error pennies fetching upwards of $50,000 at auction. These rare finds create a buzz among numismatists and collectors alike, driving up their market value. 1. Look carefully at the mint mark under magnification. Does it look unusual, doubled, or misstruck in any way? Any irregularity could mean you have a valuable coin. 2. Is your penny shiny and new-looking? Are there any scratches or signs of wear? Remember, the better the condition, the higher the potential value. Point 3 Aside from the mint mark, other errors such as double dies, planchet errors, or even design anomalies could add value. Point 4 If you suspect you have a valuable coin, take it to a professional numismatist or have it graded by a reputable service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC. Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. The current market value of a 1991 Lincoln penny with a notable mint error or variation can be staggering, with some fetching up to $55,000 or more, depending on the specifics. This is particularly true for coins that are not only rare, but also in pristine condition. On online marketplaces, we see listings for 1991 pennies in mint condition or with noted errors ranging from a few $100s to tens of thousands. Collectors are buzzing about the potential discovery of these rare coins, and the market is hot. So why the high price? It's the perfect storm of rarity, demand, and the excitement around finding one of these hidden gems. Many believe that as more people learn about the 1991 mint mark penny, its value will only continue to rise. There you have it, the intriguing story of the 1991 Lincoln penny that could be worth $55,000. While not every 1991 penny will be a jackpot, it's always worth checking your change and keeping an eye out for unique characteristics. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1992 Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary coin has become a sought-after collector's item worth tens of thousands of dollars. Stick around to find out why the 1992 Lincoln penny is so special, its unique history, and how much it could be worth if you find the right one in your pocket change. The Lincoln penny has a rich history dating back to 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first American coin to feature a U.S. president's portrait. Over the decades, the design of the Lincoln penny has changed, but it has remained one of the most iconic and enduring symbols of American currency. The Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side was introduced in 1959, celebrating Lincoln's lasting legacy. However, it's the subtle changes in the penny's design that have created some of the most valuable varieties for collectors. And that's where our story begins with the 1992 Lincoln penny. In 1992, the United States Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies, just like every other year. But among these millions of coins, a small number were accidentally minted with a unique variation on the reverse side. This is known as the close AM variety. So what exactly is the close AM variety? It all comes down to the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the back of the coin. Most 1992 pennies have a wide AM where there is a noticeable gap between these two letters. However, a small number of pennies were struck with a close AM, meaning the A and M are almost touching. Now, how did this error occur? The close AM pennies were actually struck using a proof die intended for special proof sets, not for general circulation. Somehow, these proof dies made their way into the regular minting process at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, resulting in a small number of these error coins being released into circulation. This mix-up is what makes the 1992 close AM Lincoln penny so rare and valuable today. Die varieties, like the close AM, happen more often than you might think. Small adjustments and errors during the minting process can lead to coins that are technically unique, and in the world of coin collecting, uniqueness often means value. So how much is the 1992 close AM penny worth? The value of this rare penny has skyrocketed over the years, with one recently selling for an astonishing $50,000 at auction. This price reflects the coin's rarity, condition, and high demand among collectors. Collectors are always on the lookout for these coins, and because so few are known to exist, the competition to own one can be fierce. Prices can vary significantly based on the coin's condition, with those in mint or near mint state fetching the highest prices. A coin in pristine condition, meaning little to no wear and tear, will always fetch a higher price. So if you think you might have one, it's crucial to have it professionally graded. If you're hoping to find one of these rare pennies in your own collection, here's what to look for. First, grab a magnifying glass or a loupe. Turn the penny over to the reverse side and carefully examine the spacing between the and M in America. Remember, for the closed AM variety, these letters will almost be touching. It's also important to check the overall condition of the coin. Look for any signs of wear and tear, scratches, or discoloration, as these can all affect the coin's value. If you think you've found a closed AM penny, it's a good idea to get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. Tip: look for reputable coin grading services like PCGS or NGC for authentication. The market for rare coins, like the 1992 closed AM Lincoln penny, continues to thrive. As more people become aware of its rarity and potential value, the demand and the price only increases. It's not just about owning a piece of currency, it's about owning a piece of history. While it's hard to predict exactly where the market will go, experts believe that the value of these rare varieties will continue to climb. So if you're a collector or just someone who loves a good treasure hunt, keep an eye on your change. You never know when you might find a penny worth a fortune. Who would have thought a simple penny could be worth so much? The story of the 1992 closed AM Lincoln penny reminds us that sometimes the most valuable things are the ones we least expect. So next time you have a handful of change, take a closer look. You just might find a small fortune. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to uncover the story behind the 2021 Lincoln penny with the elusive mink mark. Stay tuned to learn why this tiny coin is causing such a big stir in the numismatic community. Cut to a dynamic montage of various pennies being held up to the camera, flipping through historical coin books and footage of coin auctions. Asterisk: whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who stumbled upon an unusual penny in your change, this is one story you won't want to miss. Cut to the main title screen. The 2021 Lincoln penny: history, value, and why it could be worth $30,000. Asterisk first, let's take a brief journey back in time to understand the history of the Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. Cut to images of various Lincoln pennies over the years, highlighting design changes from 1909 to 2021. Asterisk: since its inception, the Lincoln penny has undergone several design changes. But despite these changes, it has remained a staple of American currency and a favorite among collectors. In recent years, certain pennies have skyrocketed in value due to their rarity, unique minting errors, or special markings. And that's where our 2021 Mink Mark penny comes into play. So what makes the 2021 Lincoln penny so special? It all comes down to a rare mint mark known as the Mink Mark. But before we dive into its value, let's clarify what a mint mark is. A mint mark is a small letter or symbol on a coin that indicates where it was minted. Most U.S. coins are minted in Philadelphia, no mark or a P, Denver, D, San Francisco, S, or West Point, W. However, in 2021, a small batch of pennies was accidentally marked with an unusual mint mark that appears to resemble the letter M, leading to the name Mink Mark. It's believed that this mark resulted from an engraving error or perhaps a special, now decommissioned minting die. Only a handful of these pennies were released into circulation, making them incredibly rare. The moment I saw the Mink Mark, I knew I had found something extraordinary. Coins like this are what collectors dream of, unique, rare, and with a story. Now, on to the million-dollar question. Why is this penny worth up to $30,000? The value of a coin is determined by several factors: rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance. The 2021 Mink Mark penny checks all these boxes. Insert graphics showing the factors that determine a coin's value: rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance. Asterisk first, rarity. With potentially less than 100 of these pennies in existence, they are almost impossible to find. Next, condition. Many collectors have been lucky enough to find these coins in near mint condition, directly out of circulation. Demand is also high. Coin collectors love a good story, especially one that involves a minting error or a unique feature. Finally, historical significance. This coin marks a curious error in the minting process, which adds to its allure and mystique. Cut to a hands-on segment showing a collector with gloves on, examining various pennies under a magnifying glass. Asterisk, so, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable pennies in your pocket change? Here's what to look for. It's crucial to use a magnifying glass or a microscope to inspect the mint mark closely. If you think you have a Mink Mark penny, consider getting it authenticated by a professional grading service. As of now, the 2021 Mink Mark penny can fetch anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 at auction, depending on its condition and the current demand. Experts believe that the value of these pennies could increase over time, especially as more collectors become aware of their existence. However, the market for rare coins can be unpredictable, so while there's potential for significant appreciation, it's always a gamble. If you're lucky enough to find a 2021 Mink Mark penny, here's what you should do next. Remember, the numismatic world is full of surprises, and who knows? You might have a hidden treasure sitting right in your pocket. Scene returns to the original close-up of the 2021 Mink Mark penny, with a soft glowing effect around it. Asterisk, the story of the 2021 Mink Mark penny is a perfect example of why coin collecting is so fascinating. It's not just about the money, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, and the connection to history. So next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. You never know what hidden gems you might find.